I think that was enough waiting, wouldn't you agree? I am late as it is. So welcome to the long-awaited Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 1 and 2 Remastered. I cannot tell you how long I've been waiting for this game, and I'm really excited to play again. It's been a long time, I forgot almost everything.
I stood with Kain and my brethren at the dawn of the Empire. I have served him a millennium. Over time, we became less human and more divine. Kain would enter the state of change and emerge with a new gift. Some years after the Master, our evolution would follow. Until I had the honor of surpassing my lord. For my transgression, I earned a new kind of reward. Agony. There was only one possible outcome. My eternal damnation. I, Raziel, was to suffer the fate of traitors and weaklings, to burn forever in the bowels of the Lake of the Dead.
Cast him in.
Tumbling, burning with white-hot fire, I plunged into the depths of the abyss. Unspeakable pain, relentless agony. Time ceased to exist. Only this torture and a deepening hatred of the hypocrisy that damned me to this hell. An eternity passed, and my torment receded, bringing me back from the precipice of madness. The descent had destroyed me, and yet I lived.
Raziel, you are worthy.
Okay, I get goosebumps.
I know you, Raziel. You are worthy.
What madness is this? What pitiful form is this that I have come to inhabit? Death would be a release next to this travesty.
You did not survive the abyss, Raziel. I have only spared you from total dissolution.
I would choose oblivion over this existence.
The choice is not yours.
I am destroyed.
You are reborn. The birth of one of Kain's abominations traps the essence of life. It is this soul that animates the corpse you lived in. And that, Raziel, is the demise of Nosgoth. There is no balance. The souls of the dead remain trapped. I cannot spin them in the wheel of fate. They cannot complete their destinies. Redeem yourself. Or if you prefer, avenge yourself. Settle your dispute with Kain. Destroy him and your brethren. Free their souls and let the wheel of fate churn again. Use your hatred to reave their souls. I can make it possible. Become my soul reaver. My angel of death.
Finally. Okay. Man, they really did a good job on Raziel. Just look at the cloth textures. The feet. That beautiful face. And OBS keeps throwing up tantrums, so you probably saw nothing. Sorry about that. OBS keeps putting up issues and I'm having to fight it. Just look at it, it's glorious. And this is the old version. The PS1 version. Dear Lord, what an improvement. Beautiful. Just beautiful. And I love the way they talk in this game. It's what got me dragged in to that world. It's almost Shakespearean, the way they talk. Very dramatic. Haha, photo mode. Yeah, they don't have enough of high detail wallpapers. It's gonna be awesome. I'm glad they put it in. I also like that they let us have the ability to see the way the game used to look.
These gates twist space.
You can switch it on demand.
Great spans.
Okay, engage. If I recall, we can't go anywhere as of yet. We first need to visit these places. Oh, and in case anyone's worried, I'm not gonna be talking during cutscenes. I want to enjoy them.
You are weak. You must feed.
The old hunger has left me. I have no desire for blood.
You are changed. Your bloodthirst is replaced by a deeper need. You have become a devourer of souls. To sustain your strength, you must hunt the lost spirits of the underworld and consume the souls of your enemies.
Juan, you say you played it on your PlayStation Portal? Nice. You probably didn't get far since you were on a lunch break. I had to wait until the stream started, it was really hard. I just wanted to jump right in. I hope they do Defiance next. What am I talking about? I didn't even start and I'm already looking forward to the next one. Okay, I'm starting to remember. The camera feels much better, as do the controls.
Your wings, though ruined, are not without purpose. Take hold of them as you leap, and they will carry you across this chasm.
I remember playing this on my PS1. Well, not mine, it was rented.
What scabrous wretches are these?
Slua, the scavengers of the underworld. Their feral hunger has claimed countless souls, spirits who now shall never find their rest.
Okay. Okay, where are you running? Oh, I really hope they remaster everything. Although I think they would have to redo Blood Omen 1 from scratch. It's just way too old. Still a good game. Stop running. Although I didn't finish Blood Omen. I did finish Blood Omen 2, however. Well, everything except Blood Omen. And I really didn't think this was gonna happen considering what was going on.
Your conduit between the spectral and material realms. With their aid, you may gather matter and will yourself to become manifest in the physical world. This is taxing, however. Your strength must first be fully restored. You require no conduit to return to this plane. You may abandon your physical body at any time.
The first game you purchased. Nice. Oh yeah, I've seen that there is bonus content, but I still didn't go through it. I also wanted to wait for the stream. Don't know when I'm gonna open it up. I remember when Legacy of Kain Defiance came out, I couldn't find it anywhere. Because it was kind of tricky in my country to find new games. And I found it on a flea market.
Sustain your strength to prolong your manifestation in the physical world. If you fail to feed or absorb too many wounds, this fragile matter will dissolve.
And there was only one copy. Some guy was holding it, much older than me. But he gave up eventually, and I just grabbed it and I paid. I think.
Yet, Raziel, you still retain many of your vampiric weaknesses.
I think it was the last dime I had in my pocket back then.
Dissolve your physical body, forcing your return to the spirit world. Be aware that in the spectral realm, water has neither heft nor lift. It stands as thin as air.
I believe this mechanic was introduced solely because they couldn't do swimming back then.
What are these creatures?
Do you not recognize them? They are the children of your brother, Duma.
That's impossible. These foul, scuttling beasts could not be kin of our high blood?
Do you suppose that time stood still for you, Raziel? Much has changed since you passed from the world of men.
I knew my opponent's weaknesses, having suffered them myself. Physical wounds are fleeting. Vampire's immortal flesh begins to close as soon as it is cleaved. Vampires need only fear those wounds that impale or inflame. Water scorches like acid, and fledglings are devastated by sunlight's touch. I would have to modify my tactics to suit my foes.
Unfettered from the flesh, a creature's soul fades swiftly into the spectral realm. Draw it in quickly, Raziel, or you will be compelled to follow.
Go for a swim. Oh, there's an upgrade shard down there. I almost completely forgot everything. I don't even recall how to get to there. Well, guess we'll have to find out
Your
eventually.
physical prowess surpasses what you knew in life. Even massive obstacles can be moved effortlessly.
Okay, here we go. Oh god, I remember this. Back in the early 2000s, you couldn't just drag things. You would move them exactly by the length of the square. Ah, yeah. I know that you don't get everything at once, but I completely forgot. It's been like, I think something like 15 years since I played last. I tried playing, I have it on Steam, the original, but it's unplayable. There is an unofficial patch, but it was too much of a chore. Thanks for the tip, by the way.
My God! The sanctuary of the clans reduced to ruin. Beyond these walls lay the pillars of Nosgoth, the seat of Kain's empire. How humble it now appeared, collapsing into the dust of its former magnificence. And yet, I had only just emerged. In the instant between my execution and resurrection, centuries had apparently passed.
This world is wrecked with cataclysms. The earth strains to shrug off the pestilence of Kain's parasitic empire. The fate of this world was preordained in an instant by a solitary man. Unwilling to martyr himself to restore Nosgoth's balance, Kain condemned the world to the decay you see. In that moment, the unraveling began. Now it is nearly played out. Nosgoth teeters on the brink of collapse. Its fragile balance cannot hold.
You played it at least once a year. Man, people who love the Legacy of Kain series really love them. There's no kidding about that. But if I recall correctly, back then it was only available for consoles. Well, at least originally. But sadly, I didn't have a console back then. So only when my mom would rent one for me, then I could play. Obsessed. I take it your favorite character is probably Raziel. Don't these weapons have durability? Or was that Soul Reaver 2? Okay, I know this leads to the gate, and then I would have to just circle around, because if I recall, these doors cannot be opened again after you go in. I think that's the way it was.
This, at least, had remained constant. The endlessly swirling vortex of the abyss. My tomb and the womb of my rebirth. Though much of Nosgoth's landscape had changed, these cliffs gave me my bearings. My clan territory was to the west. I was anxious to see how my descendants had fared during the centuries of my absence.
You got a tattoo of him. Cool. That's cool. I really loved this series. I was always so sad that I thought I would never see the day when I would get to play again. The only game I could play back then was Defiance, because it came out for PC, and I did love it. But in my case, my favorite character was Kain, although I loved them both. I love the whole anti-hero idea. But the ending of Defiance, man, I know the lines from that. Oh dear. Just look at them. Dear Lord, what a change. I'm gonna miss. But not this time. He's still alive? Time for some feeding. Oh, and I just thought of something. Since I cannot look up, I can use photo mode. That could come in handy. Another upgrade shard.
Utter desolation. My once proud kin wiped from this world like excrement from a boot. I knew the hand that wrought this deed.
See, nobody talks like that, but it's just so cool to me. I knew the hand that wrought that deed. So awesome. So fitting for the world. Why does he keep getting back up? And I also love the voice acting here. So we here have another gate. Now I don't remember if this gate leads to a new location. Let's see. We can always go back. Feels like I'm playing a completely new game. I remember so little. I remember Soul Reaver 2 better, but 1 next to nothing. I remember the ending and the beginning. Okay. Yep. Portal indeed.
Use your newfound talents to gain entry where you have been otherwise impeded.
Okay. I don't know that I have any talents. I don't think I'm meant to use this yet. At least it doesn't look like it.
Use your newfound talents to gain entry where you have been otherwise impeded.
So I'm guessing now we have to go back. And now the portal should be unlocked, I assume. But now we're in the spirit realm. Okay. Ah, there we go. Can I go back through this door or not? Oh, I can. Why do I remember it like it was a one-way road? Moving on. And is it just me or did the announcement for this remaster all come seemingly out of nowhere? As far as I recall, it was nothing, silence, and then just one day, my friend, who also loves this series, just tells me, "Hey, there's Soul Reaver Remastered." And I didn't believe him, because I thought if there was, I would know about it. There we go. Stabby, stabby. Didn't I stab you too? Maybe they need to remain stabbed. Yep. No, I need to eat their souls. Now I remember. Yeah, I heard, but I just didn't pay much attention to it. I didn't think anything of such consequence to me would come out. There have been many games that I've enjoyed in my life, and I mean really truly enjoyed, but there's only one Legacy of Kain. Yelling like a little schoolgirl when you saw it. Yeah, I can relate to that. I really hope they give us the rest of the series. These games should never be forgotten. The draw distance. Okay. Anything here? Apparently not.
No! Please!
Whoa, what's with your animation, bro?
I didn't recognize these flayed racks of flesh. Their scent was vampiric. They gnawed upon their victim's carcass like dogs.
And I also really like how they left us the ability to see what the game used to look like. I mean, just look at this. It looks ridiculous now, but it looks so good back then. On a CRT screen. Down, boy. And you can still tell the remains of the old design. The lighting isn't the same on this part as across the map, but that's alright. I'm just happy to be able to play this again. I remember this symbol. Don't know how, but I know it.
This charnel house bore the unmistakable marks of Melchiah's clan. To what depths had our dynasty plummeted if these ghouls were the descendants of my high-born brother? Were they so debased as to recruit fledglings from the desiccated corpses here interred?
And to have our vitamins. No, no, not there, Raziel. Or maybe yes. Nope, that's fine.
My brother Melchiah was made last, and therefore received the poorest portion of Cain's gift. Although immortal, his soul could not sustain the flesh, which retained much of its previous human frailty. This weakness, it seemed, was passed on to his offspring. Their fragile skins barely contained the underlying decay.
Whoa. Didn't see you there. Man, just look at this. Just look at the detail. Oh, that's so cool. Is there more? I seem to be hearing an enemy. Probably upstairs. Oh, damn it, I forgot. Must feed the elder god. Or as Kain would say, false god. Okay, the camera is a bit tricky here. Seems to be struggling with me. Okay, don't know if I should have used it. We'll see. Probably not. Unless there was some secret back there. I was wrong. Ah, we need to push the cube down. I see. So we need to get up there. Well, that was a Bugs Bunny moment. I don't think I can get over there. Was this meant for climbing? It does seem like it. Well, only one way to find out. Nope. Without having the swim ability, apparently I was wrong. There were swimming mechanics back here, way back when. Don't know why I'm hitting him. Can't phase. I remember there was phasing. Just don't remember if it was present in Soul Reaver 1 or is it an ability you get from one of the bosses? Yummy. So here we have an upgrade. Okay. Again, this is probably a later area. Be not afraid. I will not touch you. Goodbye. I think you get phasing from one of the bosses. Probably from the first one. Is audio remastered as well? Well, it's hard to tell. I mean, it sounds fine. The music is definitely the same, but no, the voices, they sound, I don't know, just the way I remember them. I don't remember well enough from Soul Reaver 1. But I think it's pretty much the same. And we're back. So we need to get across. This is definitely not for climbing yet. But I'm 100% certain it will be. My god, back in... Wait, when did this game come out? Was it something like 1990? No, not 1990. 98? 99? Back then, games didn't hold your hand. You figured stuff out, or you didn't. There was no in between. Oh, God. Dumbass. The controls feel a lot better though. That's for certain. Wait. No, that's nothing. Come on, you can do it. Oh god. Unbelievable. Get in my belly. Nope. I accidentally pressed forward and fell in. And I need a weapon. Can I throw them on the torches? Oh, who needs torches when we have perfectly good spikes? No, apparently we can't. Moving on. And the voice acting throughout the entire series is just sublime. Tony J, Simon Templeman, and what was the other guy? Bell? I think it was Bell. He voiced Raziel. Just fantastic. Okay, time to shift.
Beware, Raziel. These wraiths are vampire spirits, fettered too long in the spectral realm. When their vampire natures adapt to this plane, they become eaters of souls. Do not allow these spirits to re-inhabit their corpses.
Right. God, I forgot about these dudes. It's amazing how much you can forget. No, do not. I'm the Soul Reaver here. What's happening? Goodbye. What's that annoying sound? Okay. Damn it. Any souls around? I believe I have to be at full strength in order to rematerialize. Yes. There you are. Let's see what this used to look like. Just look at the writing. Terrible. Much better. Okay. Can't go here. Okay, I wonder, can we push this down? No? Something behind? And again, that would be a no. Cannot go through here. God, I forgot so much. I swear this feels as if I'm playing a completely new game. Oh, let me guess. This, maybe? Nope, definitely not. Bad decision. I'm wondering what was exactly the point of having to eat the soul every time, if it's just gonna be there. Okay, this is starting to feel familiar. Oh, I see. Damn, that was kind of advanced for the era. You weren't able to do this in other games back then. No. The controls are a bit sensitive. Of course, I'm gonna blame the controls. It's never me. What? Damn those sensitive controls. Take it easy, Raziel. Take it easy. One step at a time. Well, that's the biggest door key I've ever seen. We have some platforms. I always try to... Oh, did not see the beam above. Okay, these are tied by ropes, so I'm assuming... Yep. Exactly that. Okay, there are enemies down there. Stabby stabby. Thanks for the soul, bro. No, that's not how we stab, Raziel. That's how you stab. Okay. So, I do believe we need to phase again. Ah, and the staff just remains floating in the air. And this is a message to me that no, you're wrong. You do not need to phase. And the staff fell to the ground. Nice. I appreciate those little details. Ah, there's the cube. Where do we need to get it? Yep. Down, then up. Okay. I've been reading the forums today. People were complaining about how many puzzles with cubes there are. But I mean, it was part of the charm for the era. Whatever you're selling, I am not buying. And I have nothing to stab you with, so you're just gonna have to wait over there. Please stay on the line. Don't make me go get the staff. You get to live this way. Come on, Raziel. Move it, move it. Hey, and now we know how they built the pyramids. Raziel helped. We came from here. So we need to go again. I see, I see. Need to eat the soul. Forgot about that. I don't think I'm going to phase this time. I assume that the platform will not move that way. If I ever manage to hit it. Yep. It's all coming back. Slowly but surely. All right. Wait, what? Hmm. I see. Can we do it like this? Apparently not. But like this, that's another story. Do I need to spin this? Or is it good as is? I think I need to flip the cube. Let's see. Definitely need to flip it. Let's see how we would go about doing that. Need a bit more room to maneuver. Oh dear Lord. And now we put it back. Ooh, this needs some analysis. So if I put it back up, it's gonna flip, but it's still not gonna be in the same position. But okay. I need to think. I did not have to move the bottom cube. That's for sure. Okay, I'm spinning in circles. Let's do it like this then. Hmm. Okay, now it's facing the right way, but it's not properly oriented. So we put it here, then here, and I'm gonna need to flip it twice, apparently. Or thrice. And this is the story of how Raziel came to fight his arch-nemesis Kain. By doing box puzzles. Okay, one down. Second one. There we go. I am smart. As Homer would spell it, S-M-R-T. I mean, S-M-A-R-T. You go down. So do I. I messed up, didn't I? I needed to put this box over there and then drop this. The question now becomes, now what? Oh yeah. I keep forgetting that in this game you can actually stack them one on top of the other. Doesn't feel right. Like, for that time, you should not have been able to do that. Yet, here we are. And Raziel is getting kind of peckish. Light him up, boys. What? Raziel? Dude. Drop the torch. Raziel? Please drop the torch. How do you drop the torch? Let me check controls. Aim or grapple. Ah. You drop it by throwing it. What? But I beat him. Oh well. Any souls? There we go. Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. Goodbye. The way that light was done back then, I mean, just look at this. This was considered peak of technology back then. No god rays, no nothing. Just a transparent pillar. And look at the draw distance. By today's standards, horrible. Yet back then, more than enough. Because it was about the story. And our own imaginations. Hello, have you heard the word of the one god? You need to feed the cycle. Bye-bye. This area is kind of giving me Blood Omen 2 vibes. With all the industry. Like, what the heck is this? Okay, don't know what that's supposed to be. Pesky human. Well, we came from here. I must be missing something. What am I missing? Oh, there's a lever. Now we spin the wheel. Oh man. What a strange fusion of ideas. The dark gothic setting and steampunk? So strange. Okay, I'm guessing now we turned on the elevator. Yep. Oh man, the nostalgia is hitting hard. I remember every game that used to look like this. Don't know if anyone knows a little game called Clive Barker's Undying. This kinda reminds me of that. Visually, I mean. Graphics. That was a good game as well. Not as good as this one, but good. Look at you hiding there. Sneaky little bugger. Okay, I'm guessing we need to take the cube upstairs. And there we go. Okay, where's the lever? Kinda hard to tell. Maybe if I turn the graphics down. No? Ah, I see. Okay, that's odd. So we need to, I assume, get the cube back up. Don't really know why. But let's leave it at that for now. Why do I keep hearing an enemy? It's freaking me out. Because this does not work. The draw distance is messing me up. I can't see what's where. Yeah, we came from here. God damn it. Do these respawn or what? Thank you. Actually, they probably do respawn. Because if they didn't, I'd be hella hungry. Oh. How easy it is to miss a secret. Well, not a secret. Just miss. Okay, we need to put this down there. Uh-oh. So we don't need to put this down. We just needed to burn the support beam. Well, if that's what it takes to progress. So to you guys watching, what the hell are you doing? Why are you not playing this game? Are you at work or something? I was sure nobody would watch. Because everybody would be playing. The platform drops 2 more times. Huh. I still remember none of this. It's unbelievable what you forget. But you know what the good part of that is? I get to experience it like it's my first time. But in you go. Thanks for the tips, Juan. You're very helpful. Or maybe frustrated that you have to watch me try to figure this out. Wait. Where does this go? Okay, let's first put this one on the platform as well. Then we'll go from there. I did assume that they go here. Yep, I heard the click. And now I heard an enemy. It's either really close or really far. Excellent. Going down the pitch black. Is the gate gonna shut? Of course it is. Uh-oh, the music is intensifying. Are we in trouble? Oh.
Show yourself, creature.
Brother, not creature.
Do you not recognize me, brother? Am I so changed?
Melchiah?
Yes, brother. You should have stayed where the Master sent you, Raziel. You will find Nosgoth less pleasant than you remember.
What has become of my clan? Answer me, little brother, or I will beat an answer from your horrid lips.
Everyone is afraid, sibling. You awake to a world of fear. These times of change are so unsettling. Do you think I feel no revulsion for this form? Do you believe for a moment that our Lord would risk his empire upon an upstart inheritance?
Enough riddles. What are you saying?
You are the last to die.
Oh dear. And I have little help. What do we need to do? There are some levers. Okay. Nope. Yeah, he has phasing. We get that from him. Or do maybe I just need to punch him? Doesn't feel like it. Yep, he just laughs. Let's try and lure him in the cage. Come for me, brother. And then keep on coming. Okay, now we rush. He already escaped. No, that's not it. I'm missing something. Need to figure out what. He can go inside, can I? I can. But I'm immediately regretting that. Maybe I do need to hit him on his back. Again, don't think so. Come on, come on. Where are you? Melchiah? Nope. What am I missing? I think it's just about the timing. I'm gonna need to swap. And he can swap too. Do we have something new here? Doesn't seem like it. Oh, come on, Raziel. Nope, that's definitely not it. When he's outside, it doesn't work. When he's inside, it doesn't work. Why is it not working? The way I see it, yeah. I'm supposed to drop this on him. And I'm sure I need to use this lever. I'm missing something. Oh. Okay, this feels a bit cheaty. Using the camera. What? Can he not phase through that? I mean, he ought to be able to. Yep, he's definitely able to phase. But I can't see him because of the draw distance. Okay, why is this room important then? Maybe I can hit him with the spikes. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. I'm beginning to believe. Come, brother. Yeah, that's how levers work. You stab somebody with 2 gates and then they start working. And now we lure him in. Come on. Here, boy. Here, boy. Wait, there's another door? And he's like... Wait, he's stuck now? The fight was rigged.
Tell me, Melchiah, where can I find Kain?
The master is beyond your reach, Raziel. He makes himself known when he sees fit, not when commanded.
What a way to go.
used to this. A ghoul, a fratricide.
Elevated, Raziel, not reduced. Consuming Melchiah's soul has endowed you with a new gift. Insubstantial barriers such as these are no impediment to you in the spectral realm. Will yourself to pass through, and you shall.
Although, there's no point in passing through this. I'm just saying that because my first instinct was go through that. Go through the cage. Wait, I can't face through this? What? Okay, okay, no, I don't want to. Okay. Dum-dum. I assume I do need to go into the spirit realm. Well, actually, there's no harm in trying. Yep. My god, I missed this game. I missed seeing these guys. When does Mobius appear? Whoa, that just went all psychedelic on me. Okay, that was one boss. Health power-ups. There are 2 Eldritch Energy power-ups. 1. Okay. Wait. I think I may have forgotten something. Apparently I haven't. This leads back to the boss fight. Yep, came through there. I wonder if this lever does anything now. Probably not. Yep. I think I need to go back. There are many things to do now that we can phase through gates. Man, so pixelated. So wait, if I came up from over there, I can't remember where the gates are. Unusable. Oh, this is gonna be circling around and round. Until I finally get my bearings. Yep. None of this can be used. We came from here. So, what is this even supposed to help me with? I assume that's what the compass is for. Go southeast, if you can. Okay, so we came from the door that's on the right side of the switch. Both doors lead to the same path. Right? The bigger problem than fighting the boss is finding your way back. Figuring Malkai out? Sure, no problem. Figuring where to go next? Now that's the issue. Thank you, you've been delicious. What does a soul taste like? Ah, there we go. Could I possibly be this stupid? It's just a regular door, no phasing required. I'm backtracking for no reason. And the funny thing is, my wife thinks I'm some kind of an expert in video games. If only she knew. Yes, we opened it.
To the sanctuary of the clans, Raziel. Melchiah's soul has endowed you with the means to gain entry. Beware, however. This hollow derelict is abandoned, but not uninhabited.
Tony J had a legendary voice. He really sounds godlike. He sounds imposing. May he rest in peace. Now there's a health upgrade here that now we can get.
These artifacts enhance your stamina, enabling you to prolong your material manifestation. Gather 5 to complete the emblem, and thereby augment your strength.
Moving on. There's that gate. No, it's not a gate. Oh man. There are some differences in every way. This also feels like a later area. Probably when and if we get... Sorry, hold on. Push the pillets. The pillars, I assume. Oh. Thank you, man. You really do know your game.
Once acquired, these glyphs empower you with elemental lore. Each spell exacts a sacrifice of energy, however. use them sparingly and wisely.
Well, I am pretty wisdomous. Okay. Not sure what that accomplished. Really unsure. There is no description. Oh hey, welcome back. Yeah, I had to play Soul Reaver. But I'll be back to PoE eventually. I was thinking about alternating one day PoE, one day Soul Reaver. Still can't decide. How have you been? Ah, it pushes the force glyph. I see. You feel free to work. I do that all the time. Ah, well, you see, that's the problem. I like both games. But this was a part of my childhood. A big part. Don't know why I'm chasing after this. Is of no consequence. He didn't jump. Why didn't you jump? Oh yeah. Need to feed. Or drop down. What the hell? That was bizarre. Where are we right now? Still at Malkaya's place. Okay, I think we need to go back, if I recall correctly. Baldur's Gate 3. Oh, my friend. I want to do a video on Baldur's Gate 3 so badly, but I want to do it justice. It is a time investment for sure, but if and when you get the chance to play, just go for it. Before Baldur's Gate 3, my most favorite game was Mass Effect 2. But on my ranking scale, games are gonna go from not from 1 to 10, but from 1 to Baldur's Gate. Because, I mean, I was left speechless. They did so much with that game. It's just incredible, and the mod support as well. It's insane what Larian Studios accomplished. So I'm guessing these are the... what are they called? Not stamina points. You played everything except Andromeda. Yeah, Andromeda... well, I don't know about you, but I played Andromeda as soon as it came out, and I quit. I did not finish it back then. I actually let, some 5 years pass? And only after 5 years had passed, I tried it again. I was like, I really need me some Mass Effect. And I did not finish Andromeda. And honestly, it did not feel as bad the second time as the first one. I did not hate it. I played to the end, and I thought it was okay. It wasn't the Mass Effect we know, but it was not that bad. At least that was my impression. I just need to lower the volume a bit. The music. Okay, much better. I'm not going deaf anymore. Andromeda's alright. Not the best. But I think it was kind of okay. Yes, agreed, you know, the story. That's what keeps me hooked into most games. And that's why I love Baldur's Gate so much as well. The world building, the characters, the storyline. Everything feels very, very worked out and planned out. However, I did not finish the Legendary Edition of Mass Effect. The Reaper storyline was some of the best lore. Agreed. Agreed, I found that quite interesting. I also loved the side stories as well. I mean, in Mass Effect 2, you actually spend most of your time doing side stories. You're assembling a team. I mean, that is a part of the main story, but it mostly consists of side quests. But it doesn't feel like it to me. I want to know what the Asari are like, what the Quarians are like. The Turians, so many others. I didn't like the Solarians so much until I met Dr. Morden. And how about Soul Reaver? Have you ever played Soul Reaver? Or are you more into RPGs? Okay, I need to pause right here. It's only now that I realize that this symbol actually represents the Elder God. Huh. Well, good thing it didn't take me around 25 years to figure that one out. You never played, you know. Oh, that's a shame. Probably doesn't look that good right now. I know that many games that I didn't play back in the early 2000s, when I tried playing them now, they didn't feel that well, not interesting, but they felt outdated. But still, this is a game you play for the story. And the voice acting, beyond reproach. If ever the mood strikes you, I don't think there's a game I would recommend more highly to try out. Just follow the story.
With Melchiah's gift, your way is opened. Return to the seat of Kain's ill-omened empire. Its sterile silence has secrets yet to unveil.
And now I didn't listen to him.
With Melchiah's gift, your way is opened. Return to the seat of Kain's ill-omened empire. Its sterile silence has secrets yet to unveil.
Ah, okay. And if you played Mass Effect, did you by any chance play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2? Basically, KOTOR and Mass Effect trilogy, that was peak BioWare. Now, I don't know if there was a shortcut to going back to that sanctum, but as long as we're having fun, doesn't matter. So many games to play. Well, I guess it depends on what you already played. When I look back, I more feel like there were more games to play back in the early 2000s. I mean, more good games came out. At least that's my impression. Now, it's mostly kind of a mixed bag. Some games are okay, most are disappointments, because they build up a lot of hype and then they don't deliver. And here's a hot take. I believe that it was World of Warcraft that ruined everything. Now I'm ready to be stoned. I can explain why, although I don't know if it holds water. Nice guy, Dom. Welcome. It was a magical time when developers weren't afraid to try new things. Yes. That's a very good statement. I agree. No, you know, I didn't. I actually tried WoW. I think 4 or 5 years after it came out, and I was actually a huge fan of Warcraft 3 and Warcraft Frozen Throne. But when I how old was I back then? I was around 16, 17 when WoW came out. And when I heard that it was gonna be always online and that you would have to pay a subscription, it got me very worried. Because I was concerned that all games are gonna become like that. You would have to pay a monthly fee just to keep playing. And I didn't think on it much after that, but, well, you know, broadly gestures at everything. It turns out WoW started an avalanche. A big avalanche. Suddenly, the only thing that was in was making MMORPGs. I see we're in agreement, Tino. I also don't like subscription-based games. It's very disconcerting to me that it became a trend. Although it is dying out. So that's a good thing. The new Slitherhead game is getting mixed reception, and I love it because it reminds me of early 2000s gaming, just unapologetically doing its own thing. Slitherhead game? I'm not sure I follow. I never heard of something like that. What kind of a game is it? And now because I'm reading the chat, I'm running in circles. So is the name of the game Slither? Or is that the name of the studio? Slitherhead. Hack and slash. Sounds like something I might be interested in. Slitherhead. I'm gonna have to look it up. Slitherhead. Survival game. Horror action adventure game developed and published by Boca Game Studio. November 8th, 2024. I'll make a note of that. Might be worth looking into. Especially if it does something different than the others. As long as it's not pay to win. Possess normal people and give them abilities, and some people are a part of your team and they have cooler abilities. That sounds like one game that I have played a couple of years ago, and I can't remember the name of it now. It was an ARPG style game where you were some kind of a demon possessing different classes of characters. Can't remember the name. But it does sound interesting. I'll take a look. Okay, we're back. That's what I was going for. So, getting back to my previous point, WoW concerned me for several reasons. First, because it was abandoning the real-time strategy genre. I didn't really like that idea. But seeing the damage it caused... I mean, I see it as damage. I respect that people like the game and enjoy it. I mean, I played Guild Wars 2 with a friend, and I had fun. It's not a subscription. It's not subscription based, so that's why I agreed to playing it. And I get how those games can be fun with friends, but I would never pay a subscription. It's weird, I'm not doing it justice with poor explanation. Storytelling is pretty unique as well. It plays out the story like the old Siren games. Oh, I played Siren games. Well, you've piqued my interest. Storytelling, Siren, all the keywords are there. Why didn't I throw this guy in the water? And the soldiers vanished. Can I open these doors? I can't. I need a weapon. Well, let's phase. Yeah, with the chapters in a wacky order, you will go forward a day one chapter, and then back a few days in the next chapter. Huh. I wonder how I never heard of it. According from what I saw on the web, it seems like it's been developed by some Japanese company. I mean, I don't remember the name of the studio, but what's it called? The poster looked like it was in Japanese. And besides Warcraft, you know what else is a good game? StarCraft. Funny how a Warhammer knockoff became so good. Man, Blizzard used to be able to do even knockoffs good. I see, so we came in from there. Bye, bye. Okay, so we don't phase. Where are we? Sanctuary. Enter the Sanctuary of the Clans. So we're right where we're supposed to be. Now if I can just figure out the rest. So, you know, if you're still there, have you ever played StarCraft? And if you have, which do you prefer? Warcraft or StarCraft? That's a door. Oh, you idiot.
Raziel.
Kain?
Kain. The Abyss has been unkind. I am your creation, Kain. Now, as before, you criticize your own work. What have you done with my clan, degenerate? You have no right. What I have made, I can also destroy, child.
Damn you, Kain! You are not God! This act of genocide is unconscionable!
Conscience? You dare to speak to me of conscience? Only when you have felt the full gravity of choice should you dare question my judgment. Your lifespan is a flicker compared to the mass of doubt and regret that I have borne since Mortanius first turned me from the light. To know that the fate of the world hangs dependent on the advisedness of my every deed? Can you even begin to conceive what action you would take in my position?
I would choose integrity, Kain.
Look around you, Raziel. See what has become of our empire. Witness the end of an age. The clans scattered to the corners of Nosgoth. This place has outlasted its usefulness. As have you.
The Soul Reaver, Kain's ancient blade, older than any of us and 1,000 times more deadly. The legends claimed that the blade was possessed and thrived by devouring the souls of its victims. For all our bravado, we knew what it meant when Kain drew the Soul Reaver in anger. It meant you were dead.
Not this time. Guys, my apologies, but I really want to enjoy when the cutscenes are playing, so I don't talk during that. So, you know, you're a really old school gamer. Pentium. Man, that takes me back. 1998. I actually didn't play StarCraft until StarCraft 2 came out. Damn you, Kain. I mean, I love you, Kain, but damn you, Kain. Move. So he can shoot through anything. And do you know how StarCraft began? What it was supposed to be in the beginning? Basically, if I remember correctly, it was supposed to be a Warhammer game. Or maybe that was Warcraft. Or maybe both. But well, yeah, StarCraft is Warcraft in space, but basically it was meant to be Warhammer. Damn it. And in the end the deal fell through and Blizzard was stuck with an unfinished, well, a mostly finished game that they couldn't publish. And that's what started the whole Warcraft, StarCraft deal. God damn it. Raziel, why are you fighting Kain so weak? And now the unexpected happens.
The blade is vanquished. So it unfolds. And we are a step closer to our destinies.
Yes, we are, Kain.
I swore I saw a glint of satisfaction in Kain's eye when the Soul Reaver was destroyed. I did not understand the game that Kain was playing, but I knew the finishing move.
Oh dear, Raziel.
From this moment and ever afterward, you and this blade are inextricably bound. Soul Reaver and Weaver of Souls, Your destinies are intertwined. By destroying the sword, you have liberated it from its corporeal prison and restored it to its true form, a wraith blade, its energy unbound. No longer a physical blade, it can only manifest itself in the material realm when your strength is fully restored. Once manifest, it will sustain you.
What are you, little soul? Another of Kain's creatures come to taunt this bound spectre.
I did not intend to disturb your rest.
Rest. A body is needed for sleep. Flesh and bones are required to recline. No, child. All I may do is watch and remember, ceaselessly conscious as this wretched world's history unfurls. Ghastly past, insufferable future, are they one and the same? Am I always here?
How have you come to haunt these pillars?
Kain refused the sacrifice. The Pillar of Balance, corrupted to its core, stands as a monument to his blind ambition. Now these pillars serve only to bind me here, my prison and eternal home, thanks to the avarice of your master, Kain.
That bastard can claim no allegiance from me.
Then we share a common foe, Raziel. Return here when you have need. Ariel remembers what others have forgotten.
Man, I've got chills when she said Kain refused the sacrifice.
Far in the eastern mountains, a stifled titan stands in mute surrender, unwilling host to a parasitic swarm.
Oh no, I finished the game many years ago. This one came out around 98, I believe. This is a remaster, it came out today. And it's a part of a long-standing series. Soul Reaver 1 and 2, Blood Omen 1 and 2, and Legacy of Kain Defiance. And it was a long... Well, we assumed it was dead because nobody owned the rights. The rights were in legal dispute. But finally it's been resolved and now we got a remaster. But it's a much beloved cult classic. I do not remember Soul Reaver 1 as much as I remember 2, so that's why I'm stumbling around. Okay, so here we regenerate health, and here we regenerate the energy for spells. And when I was talking about Blizzard doing Warhammer, turning Warhammer into Warcraft, my point was that it speaks to how well Blizzard was doing games back then. They basically got stuck with assets that served no further purpose, and a whole franchise was born. The old Blizzard knew their... well, S-word. You're on the fence about replaying remasters. Yeah, I can see that. For me it depends. For example, I never played the old Resident Evil games, so when the remasters came out, I definitely played them all. Except I didn't finish Resident Evil 3. 4 was fantastic. But I get you. Tons of new stuff. So besides Path of Exile, what else are you looking into playing? Nice guy Dom already gave me one idea of what I could try. Mm-hmm. What I mean is replaying remasters when you've played and finished the originals. Yeah, I can see that. But again, I kind of get curious. Did they do a good job? What did they change? What remained the same? But one thing is for certain, and we can agree on that, there is not enough time. Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 on release.
Your brother Zephon's keep lies far to the east, beyond the ruins that greeted your first exit from the underworld. He and his brood have cocooned themselves in a derelict cathedral, having murdered its human guardians.
Okay, but why not? I mean, not that I'm trying to talk you into anything. I'm just curious. To me, a remaster would just be an excuse to replay something I love again. I mean, sure, I can play the old game.
The sanctuary were immovable, either barred from the inside or rusted shut. I would need to find another
Some games are just worth replaying, in my opinion. Baldur's Gate 3, we talked about it. I did 2 or 3 playthroughs and finally ran out of time for a 4th. But if I had the time, I'd definitely play. But then again, it is a different type of game. Every time you play, things change. What did the Elder Gods say? Oh, I know I can't climb. Not yet, at least. And I've heard a lot of good things about Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, I know those are cult classics. Unfortunately, back when those were out, I did not have a good PC. I actually had a really sucky PC, and then for a while no PC at all. So I missed those games, and I actually didn't play Diablo 2 when it came out. I only played it this summer. Oh, and that brings me to, if you don't play remasters, did you also not play D2 Resurrected? I assume you played D2. My god, the draw distance is bad. There doesn't appear to be much. Let's use... Uh-huh. Okay. That's just me. Lots of new games. I bought a lot of games, haven't started yet. Back catalog. Aha. I get it, I get it. It's nice to see that somebody still has such passion for gaming. To tell you the truth, mine has been kind of waning in recent years. Mostly due to disappointments. And again, I have to go back to Baldur's Gate 3. That's the game that brought me back. I played and finished D2 original, didn't play the remaster though. I actually own a physical copy of D2. The original, of course. But I couldn't get it to run on the newer PCs. So when Immortal came out, I once again, not Immortal, oh dear god, I did not just say Diablo Immortal. I meant D2 Resurrected. I again waited, and this summer I played the crap out of that game. I gotta say, I do like what they did with the visuals. Although, currently I play it modded, because I need more inventory space. That's the biggest downside of the original Diablo. And Diablo 4. I'm starting to see a pattern there. Oh, I remember now. I need to get a lever, I believe. No, it's not a lever. This works like a sundial. And open the other doors. Yeah. And I honestly didn't think I'd enjoy D2 that much. But I really did. Yeah, I need to repent my sins. That's literally the game we don't talk about. Well, that's not a game, that's a slot machine. But I mean, come on, you know, I have a phone. Don't you? I know Wyatt Chang got a lot of flack for that statement, but I think he didn't expect, and I don't know how he didn't expect, but he didn't expect such a negative reaction from the fans. Again, I don't know how. I bet there was one person over at Blizzard back then who just sitting back, and after the showcase was done, he just said, "Told you so." And then they promptly got fired. No, we are filled with energy. I remember Quinn69 spent $25,000 on the game to gamble for gems. A week later, he deleted his account in protest. Yeah, I remember that. Quinn is insane. But he made a very good point. Now, I don't mean to get dramatic, but it is something I do from time to time. I always compared, and I think in one of my older videos I compared Diablo, because this has been my real life experience. I compared it to a friend that you went to school with, and then suddenly you grow up and you realize you're not the same people. And that's what it felt like with Blizzard to me. The company changed so much in their direction and in their philosophy that it never felt the same again. It's a different company. Has the same name, but that's all. And that just makes me sad. Because if they want to earn money, they have everything they need to do so. They just need to stop chasing the money and stop chasing quality. Not even quality. They need people with passion. passion for the games they make. And they need to let them pursue those passions. That's how Warcraft was born. People with talent and passion doing what they love. And the money just came. Because people want good products. Oh yeah, definitely, you know, definitely. And it's not that I'm trying to be mean or just hate on Blizzard. It's just that I've been disappointed too many times. If they do something to prove that they're changing, they'll earn my trust back. Dom, you feel that but for Ubisoft. Yeah. You guys remember back in 2000s when you heard EA Games challenge everything, and the old Ubisoft logo, the old Blizzard logo as well. I remember when I was a kid, when I saw that, I just knew I was in for a fun ride. Yeah, Diablo has lost a lot of players. And it's a sad state of affairs. That doesn't make me happy or anything, it's just sad. It's so rich in lore and story. It's a shame what they're doing to it. Did any of you ever play Black and White? Or Black and White 2? There have been a lot of good studios that were eaten up by those bigger publishers and just shut down. Yeah, so, you know, you did. And I thought that Black and White were great games with some very original ideas. And for some unspeakable reason... Who was it that bought Lionhead Studios? Was it EA? I think it was... Yeah, it was EA, I believe. And they just shut the studio down. And to this day we never got the Black and White 3. And I don't know why. I mean, even if it was a commercial failure, which I do not know that it was, I still think there were some great ideas that could have been worked on. That could have been perfected. But big company CEO see number go down, make studio go bye-bye. In the... oh damn it. In the immortal words of Bobby Kotick, I don't know how to make video games, but I know how to make money. RIP American McGee's Alice Games. Okay, got another upgrade. Dom, I'm sorry, I'm not from the States, so I'm not familiar. Is this another studio, or is it a slang term for something? I assume by the spelling that it's actually a company. But if it is... The controls were weird. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. But, I have to say again, even though it was not a perfect game by no means, it was an original game with an original idea. It tried something new, and some of it worked, and some of it didn't. And that's what I really liked back in 2000s. As Dom said, companies weren't afraid to experiment as much. And that's what made some great games. For example, Soul Reaver, which of course I'm playing right now, this game would never have been made now. Simple reason, somebody invented the story for the game. It's not based on a book, it's not based on a movie, at least as far as I know. It's just an idea. Oh, Dark Alice in Wonderland games. I actually have those, but haven't gotten around to playing. You kept torturing the inhabitants. Boy, who didn't? Yeah, and that's the thing. Some games, it's okay to have an imperfect game, as long as it's at least fun. And just because something fails once doesn't mean you should destroy a whole studio because of it. Sometimes even great ideas don't work out, because it's either not the time, the place, or the people aren't that interested in them. But that doesn't mean their time won't come. For example, let's take movies. Shawshank Redemption. Shawshank Redemption was a commercial failure. It flopped in the box office. And then, several years pass, and I believe it's still rated as the #1 movie on IMDb. I haven't checked in a while. A year, I think. But it's considered the best, well, it's rated as the best movie. Now, I don't think it is, but that doesn't change the fact that there's a lot of people who like it. So sometimes you have to wait in order for the money to come in, but most companies are short-sighted these days. So all we're left with are scraps. Whatever the company decided, the numbers show will go up. Did you ever play Beyond Good and Evil? Oh man. I tried playing it, but I couldn't get it to run for some reason. And I eventually gave up, and until you mention it now, Dom, I didn't even think of it. Wasn't Beyond Good and Evil 2 supposed to come out, like, years ago? 2 or 3 years ago? Commercial success and a good movie are two different things when it comes to movies.
Towering walls and deep moats engineered to keep Nosgoth's vampire plague at bay.
Well, yeah, there are certainly differences. But I still think that in the long run, companies have a lot more to gain by letting some flops, you know, letting them slide, I guess. Not destroying an entire studio because of them. Because people who have passion for their games,
Though the city was well fortified against
they tend to improve upon their ideas and come back as,
by a creature such as myself.
you know, something more successful. Ubisoft claims to still be working on it, but I doubt it. Oh yeah, the way things are going for Ubisoft right now doesn't seem likely. Hello humans, fear not. And there's another thing to consider, in my opinion, you know. Technology development. Black and White may have failed simply because of the limitations of the technology. With today's technology, perhaps something much greater and better could be made. But publishers are afraid to experiment. And that's a shame, in my opinion. That doesn't mean that you should always experiment. But if you never experiment, you'll never come up with anything new, and people will get tired of your product. Although I do have one thing to say in Ubisoft, well, not in their defense, but like a positive. Even though their Assassin's Creed franchise went to the drain, one thing I did enjoy and do enjoy, because I don't know if you guys are aware of it, I used to work as an educator. I used to be an English teacher. And I appreciate the fact that there is a lot that Assassin's Creed games can teach kids. It's not entirely accurate history, of course. But there are things that can get kids interested in historical events and figures. Not to mention the architecture of the cities and the eras the games describe. I will always take that as a plus for Ubisoft. The rest, of course, is incomprehensibly dumb, especially their monetization, but that I will always remember as a good thing. I'm a huge nerd for ancient Greek myths, for example, so Assassin's Creed Odyssey struck a chord with me, despite its downsides. Objective: search through the Silence Cathedral. That's been the objective for like past 3 objectives. There's another thing: developers always pushed hardware to its limits back in the day. Sometimes it backfired, but they were willing to take risks once upon a time. Yeah, can it run Crisis? The very old meme. Look, I've got a PC with 4 GB of RAM, the new, what was it then, GeForce 4, 5? Yeah, that's cool, but can it run Crisis? And for how long was Crisis the benchmark of a good PC? That's another thing to consider. Where the hell am I going up? My health is running low, so I may have to change my mind regarding the humans. And miss. Speak English, damn it. Oh yeah, a pipe. It's really dark in here. I don't know what it's like for you guys, but it's not very bright. Now I'm thinking about our conversation, and I'm thinking when the Embracer group showed up out of nowhere, because I honestly haven't heard of them before I heard that they started gobbling up studios. And I thought, well, maybe there's hope. They're buying good IPs. Square Enix sold everything. Almost everything. For some dumbass reason. And then the Embracer Group turned out to be pretty much the same as every other publisher nowadays. So, and they actually right now own this IP, the Legacy of Kain series. And since they went through several bad releases, it was believed that this was also dead. But they stuck with it. Somehow. I haven't done research into it. I plan on it. But I'm really glad they did, because this might actually help them. And they might learn that if they support original games and if they support quality, they will earn money. So maybe we even get the Deus Ex 3 eventually. Which I would very much love. And to think that Square Enix sold everything they had to go into NFTs. They literally sold everything like either a day or a week before the NFT scheme fell through. And I just thought to myself, somebody over there is having a very bad day right now. Raziel, so nice of you to join us. I don't think I want a continuation of the Legacy of Kain series in today's day and age. As you said, these games couldn't come out today, and we'll just don't think it would end well. Yeah, that is a big possibility. I mean, just take a look at Saints Row. Saints Row is... well, that was a disaster. But a good sign of that speaks for Embracer is that they allowed this game to be remastered. So maybe this is just me hoping in vain, but maybe, just maybe, they may actually allow developers to create a sequel that's actually that stays true to the core ideals of the game. Because, you know, voting with your wallet and all that, every other content creator has spoken about it, and we all like to discuss it, but if Embracer sees that we are willing to spend money on the games that are actually done with passion, maybe, just maybe, they'll learn a lesson. I mean, one of these companies has to be smarter than the rest. And Raziel, what the hell are you doing here? You're supposed to be in the game. No wonder I'm struggling. No, that's not what I want. Search through the Silence Cathedral. Thank you. That means a lot. Okay, so we went through here. Came over there. I pressed the button, picked up a health upgrade. Is there anything else? Question, do you have Epic Client, Amazon Client, or GOG? The amount of free games is mind-boggling. Yes, I have the Epic Games. I have GOG. Haven't been a member of the Amazon Prime Club for a while now. But yeah, there's a lot of free stuff to be found. I'm a Reaver of souls, a delver of time continuum. My presence here is necessary. You mean like moral support? I love how the music keeps looping. So, do we have a way of going back? We do. There we go. Honestly, guys, I'm amazed that I've gotten this far. I've been so distracted reading chat I'm not sure I'm going the right way. Although I am enjoying the conversations. Look, a human. The thing that I didn't like as a kid in this game, in Soul Reaver 1, was that you only had the Reaver while you were at full health. I was always salty about that as a kid. Don't worry, madam. All fine here. Luckily, Soul Reaver 2 and Defiance fixed that. Dom says these games are like that. I remember wandering around aimlessly as a kid with these games. Yeah. But I somehow always expect that now as an adult I'll do better. You know, like I'm smarter, I'm more capable. Yeah, right. Having more information and being more capable are not always necessarily the same thing. Wow, that dude got bitch slapped. Just one hit. And just now I remembered why I don't remember that much of this game. I couldn't get it to run on my PC. I didn't have a PlayStation. So I ended up playing it on my PSP. Way back when. With the worst graphics you've ever seen. And also, I suffered from insomnia back then, so that also didn't help me remembering. Well, what can I say, Dom? Whenever I read I, there's only one way to read it for me. You wrote it. I'm just the messenger. And besides, how do I know you're not a pirate? Prove it. That may have been a Freudian slip on your part. Oh my god. That sound is annoying. Oh, there's more room. Oh, dear God. Oh, from down under. Sorry, I didn't mean to make fun of you. I really like the Australian accent. Actually, I like most of different English dialects. Well, it's so nice to have you. The one good thing that came from the internet, the ability for people from all over the world to talk about the things they like. Or anything, for that matter. Exactly. I'm unfamiliar with this word, however. Exactly, Koba? You get it? And you know, I'm from the ass end of the world too. Like I said, one of the best things about the internet. This is the first boss. Raziel's stronghold. Isn't this where I'm from now? No. You know, if you don't mind me asking, feel free to not respond. Where are you from? What part of the world? Ah, so it's like mate. Interesting. Where would we be without English? Famous quote from our Prime Minister Paul Keating calling Australia the ass end of the world. Oh god. I kind of envy you guys. Well, I both envy you and I kind of admire you. First, I envy you because you have no borders with anyone. Just Australia, as far as the eye can see. And I admire you for your bravery. I wanted to visit Australia a couple of years back. Not that I was able to, but I did want to. And when I started reading up on... Well, it's of course a popular meme nowadays. But when I started reading up on everything that can kill you, I was like, okay, maybe let's leave that for later. Sorry, you know, are you talking to me? Am I not loud enough? Because I was actually worried that I was too loud. Ah, Aussie slang. Unfortunately, Australian slang is one of those that I'm least familiar with. I know some things, but nothing too regular. But not much. You guys should make more television. Or maybe we should import more television. Then I'd be more familiar. Yeah, she's good, mate. Yeah, nah. Uh-huh. This is where Malkaya is from. God damn you. So, since you're both Australian, I got a question for you. Does the water in your toilets really go counterclockwise? Or clockwise? An old Simpsons reference. You still hear new things all the time. It is a bit odd, though. There are Australian shows that I have seen, well, in Australian production. But, for example, I watched a show called Farscape. Huge fan, by the way. And it is Australian. But the whole time they pretend that the main character is American. Not really sure why. Maybe because Australia doesn't have a space program, at least as far as I know. Think it's clockwise, but I never noticed. Okay, now I have scientific verification. Somebody has observed it, therefore it is so. And also, you guys have a lot of good actors from there. Wow, it's a good thing I jumped here. Oh boy, I'm getting tired. We're all paid actors, my friend. Watch Kath and Kim. I'll make a note of it. Why not? As a linguist, it's always interesting to me to see and hear all kinds of slang and dialects. Yeah, buzz off. And this is how the Raziel's story ends. He dies of old age because he kept running in circles, even though he was immortal. Goodbye. No, no, my Reaver, mine. The old town, sit down. And as we all know, Sydney is the capital of Australia. Let nobody tell you differently. If they do, they're lying. You guys are now just talking in code, aren't you? You're just making stuff up. Have it your way, guys. Okay, either you guys are not talking English or I'm having a stroke. Pick one. It's like a big old town. How would you say that with an Australian accent? It's like a big old town. That was my rendition of what I think Australian sounds like, apparently. It's alright, they just don't change. Been the same forever now. I'm currently in Victoria. Too much information, Dom. Too much information. What you do in your own time is your thing. Nobody needs to hear it. Needs a bit more passion. Well, I got stage fright. I'm performing in front of a live audience. It's not easy. Channel the kangaroo. What you mean? I gotta buff up my upper body? Learn how to box? Then I'll be able to speak proper Aussie. Wait, get the soul. Like a kangaroo that's about to throw hands. Never thought about it that way. Thanks for putting the mental image into my mind. Okay, I know that one. Just don't be a dingo. See, I know some slang. 1 out of 15. Not a bad score if you ask me. Drier than a dead dingo's dong is an older one. Okay, okay. I give up. I need to brush up on my Australian. Because apparently Australian isn't English. Or I should come with backup. Find some of my countrymen who speak broken English. Then we can have an English off. Drier than a dead dingo's dong. I gotta remember that. Oh, damn. What was that? I don't even have that strict of a moderation going on. Hell, I don't even have a moderator. Hey, thank you for hanging out. It's been great, man. I'm also gonna be shutting down for the night. Ah, it's okay, Don. Don't worry about it. I was just curious. Have a good day or night, Okay, I'm just spinning in circles now. What? Oh, not this place again. Okay, I guess I'm gonna also be turning in. It's getting quite late here. Gotta get up early in the morning. Dom, what can I say? Thank you for hanging out. Actually, thanks to everyone for hanging out. It's been a pleasure, and I hope to see you again real soon. So until next time, have a great day, guys. Again, thank you for hanging out. It's been great. Have a great day, guys. Again, thank you for hanging out. It's been Yeah, you too, Dom. Great to meet you. Good night.